Picking up right where we left off to show you progress report on Blacklight Interactive, okay? Remember this company that I bought that one share of just to show you how strong this is? It was like 80 bucks. That's what I spent. Well, now my one share is worth $1,320. So I'm currently up almost 1,500%. So imagine if this was like, if I dropped 100 grand on it before. You know, I have 460 grand. If I just dropped a bunch of money on it, up and up it goes, right? Chart dollar values always go up. This is my company, not this company. I want this company's chart. This company, right? Everything goes up, right? Because they release their product. So very easy to get ahead with the stock market. Welcome back, guys. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to look at the design of the building as we proceed forward to the next day. Through this whole month. We're going to get Image Shop to be in beta and probably improve it. And one of the ways we can improve it is to get a review. So if I go over here to review, I can outsource this third-party opinions on the current state of this. So I'm going to get an opinion on what the current alpha is like from a bunch of people. And they're going to tell me what they think. Now, creativity score is 5.2 out of 10 here. So it's very likely that our potential visionary is not a potential visionary at all. So that's what we've got going here. So relative to the rest of the market, they love it, right? And that's what we're looking for. We're good based on that. We got 1.4% down due to bugs. Obviously, it's in alpha. We're not done with that yet. So let's going to go ahead and reiterate this, right? So we're going to pause development so that we can take their feedback and redesign that based on their feedback. That's going to reset our alpha status back to about 50%. So now we proceed from here. But now this is going to improve the product. We're going to have a better product now because of that iteration. And we have about a year from now to finish the alpha, go through a beta stage, and then release it, right? So in a year, we got to release this. Okay, let's talk about design of this building. So my center is here. This is where our reception area is. I would like to maybe pull it back a little bit, but I'm honestly not sure because like this would be a better front. So I'm almost tempted to just change it to where this is the front of the building in the future. But I want music too, by the way. Can I have music? Thank you. Anyway, so I want some curved edges is where I'm getting at here, right? I know this doesn't seem like that's where I'm going, but that's where I'm going. I want some curved edges, and I want this curves like this, and then it's going to also curve out like this, and they're going to be the same on both sides is what I'm hoping for. So let me see if that's even possible, because I don't even know if I've got it lined up. So this to the sidewalk is 19, and this to the sidewalk is 19. Ha ha ha! That's going to be very satisfying for a lot of people, isn't it? Okay, let's do this. So we want to create a straight edge. Now I can't do it from here to here because that's not a straight line, so it's not going to look great. So what I need to do is do it from this point, and this one will look a lot better if I did it from here. Unfortunately, it's not going to go right to the glass on this curve, but I think that's going to be fine. It will still look good. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And we can autocomplete that. And then I want to go like this as well. And then we're going to remove... do I want to dip into security here? I think I want the security office to be extended because I might want a second station here. So why don't we do that and that? There we go. So security office is a little bit jank-ish. Let's just change this up so that we get... the outside, right? And so we have this. And then what we want to do is we want to curve this wall out. And now I'm actually not sure if it's going to let me do that. Ooh, it may not let me do what I want here. Because I wanted this to curve out. Yeah, like all one fluid curve is what I was hoping for. Oh. Okay. We're going to have to do it differently then. So this is going to come out like this again. Put that back. And we're going to then need to get rid of this, so that this whole thing is one wall. So this whole thing is going to be a break room instead, which is fine. The break room needed to be expanded anyway. It's also very messy, so I need to call the cleaner to get this taken care of. So what we want to do is make this curve. So I'm going to take this curve tool and we're just going to go out like that. So it looks a little bit better, right? And we have a big old break room, and a lot of people can, you know, get a break here. So I want to get this curve to go to this point now. That way I can have like firm lines on the corners. So I'm thinking like maybe this is probably very easy for some of you, but, you know, as someone who's experiencing the build tools for the, I don't know, first time in a half decade, this is less than ideal. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to delete this wall, because I can't delete an exterior wall. So I need to make this not an exterior wall, I guess, which the only way to do that is here, but then it will let me do that. Okay, it's going to let me do that. Good. So now I want to delete this. There we go. Obviously, this looks a little jank now, but I'm going to have to spend extra to fix it, aren't I? I'm going to. I'm going to spend extra to fix it. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't let me do that. Tell you what we'll do. Let's reload the save. How about we do that? We'll just reload where we started. Because at this point, that's less work to do it that way at this point. We're going to try this instead. Let's take this wall, and we got to prep it. We got to prep everything so that it's going to work well. So I think it's from this spot, we want to go like this, but it doesn't go evenly through the sides. See that? It's like it's not even. So if I do this, it lets me auto-complete it. Okay, that's very simple solution right there. Just do that right away, right? And then we can delete this. And now it's exactly what I was hoping for, minus this part. So I need to fix this part, but if I can get the... See, the wall doesn't go perfect here. It needs to be perfect on one of these. So I think, yeah, it'll let me do that. Okay, I think it'll let me do that. So if I take you out now, can I put you back? No, not from here. From this point here. Can I put you back in from here? There we go. That's what I was looking for. Perfect. That will let me do that. Now, here's the problem, though, as I can't actually do that yet. I need this to curve out first. So we're going to take this, curve it out exactly how we want, right there. Okay, now here's the problem. Like, how do I get this wall, this room to be complete again? I think the simplest solution for this, now that I'm looking at it, I think the easiest solution for this is to come out this far and do that, and then just take this and turn it. Yeah. We have to move these things, but I think that's my solution here. I should be able to put another one here. This is in the way. Let's move this. Okay, now can I put another one there? I can. Okay, that allows me to expand my security room. Okay, so later on, if I want to expand my security room, I can do that. Why would I need to expand it? Because this thing can only look at 5 cameras, and eventually I will have more than 5 cameras, so I need more than 5 stations. But I don't think I'm going to need more than 10 cameras, so I think 2 is fine. Okay, I solved it. It took way longer than I thought it was supposed to take, but you know what? For those who are new to the game, you get to see how that works. There you go. Let me take the colors in my security room and the exterior. And that's not what I want to do. It's this one. Yeah, let's make this a little darker. Maybe like a dark blue almost, like security blue, you know? That'll work. And then in this room, we want a warmer feel. Oh, not that. No, we want interior. We want like a warmer feel. I'm thinking like just a light sort of pastel, lighter purplish color, I think, for my break room. Something like maybe this, and then something around maybe there at the top. Somewhat warming, right? And it's a much bigger break room now, so we can have, you know, capacity for more people. So I'm thinking we take these chairs, let's double those. I don't think we have 50 employees yet, do we? have 50 people? No, not even close. 26. But eventually, we're going to want to get another fridge because of that too. Let's slide this over. Like so. And then I'm going to actually take and duplicate that to here. And then let's get rid of this. I might use this later. I'll put that in inventory. Let's take this, slide it over towards the table. There we go. And now I can have a second coffee machine just to make sure people, you know, are properly caffeinated. This circular rug is nice. I'm going to move it to, I think, over here. And if they have little tables, like coffee tables. I don't see coffee tables. Meeting room, maybe? No, there are shelves. You can put those on the walls and stuff. We're going to add things to shelves. So maybe we have like a couple of shelves over here above the coffee. And then we could maybe pretend like we have coffee supplies. Cups and stuff could be up here. I don't know how to actually place things up there to make that look like that. I'm not sure how to do that. I think for now we can just deal with maybe, you know, like the tiny table cactus stuff can be up here, right? So we can do that. And then the only thing I could maybe reasonably do in that case is just like change the color of them. But I can do stuff like that. We can put stuff on the walls. I'm just looking for desk lamp. No. Just looking for something I could decorate this with. I don't really see anything good for that, unfortunately. A phone right here would be kind of cool, just for decorative purposes, but I can't place it there. It doesn't let me. So this will just be the way it is for now. And then we have this light. I'm going to duplicate that and have another one placed like over in this area. So I don't have a coffee table, but if I did, it would go right here. There's a corner table, which actually fits here quite brilliantly. If it would fit there. I guess it would be around the curve there. It's a little table there that goes around the curve, I suppose is cool. Yeah, that is actually kind of cool. Because otherwise, if it was a square, then it wouldn't be able to fit there. So that's nice. Okay, and then we can do like some floor lights and stuff, but we don't really need that. So, okay. That's it for now. I don't know where coffee tables are. Maybe I'll look for a mod that adds that because I'd love to put one right there. But nice little break room for them. I think there's probably enough stuff in here to keep them very happy. And then the water cooler also for like gatherings and stuff and chatting. I can put that maybe over here in the back. Okay, so there's that. And then the building will eventually have the same exact thing on the other side, right? Because we have, if I haven't shown this yet, I actually don't know. Right there, yeah, 19 and 19. So if I can find a mod that lets me do a coffee table and stuff in here, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Otherwise, that's my expanded break room for the time being. Maybe we add another picture here. We could put like another one over here on this side of the wall, and maybe we take this sunset. Nope, don't do that. Don't copy that. Apply. There it is. Adding my own images. I can add more too. I'll look at it. It opened up a window where I can upload them. And I'll probably add some more soon. Actually, over here would be interesting. And you know what? I'm going to add the OG over here. I'm going to put one of these paintings over here because we don't get, have a whole lot of use for these things, do we? So here we go. The original computers and stuff can be over there on that side. Okay. I like it. That's neat. So we've got all things done. This wall is pretty bare. I don't think we can really do much with a curved wall, though. Unless it lets me put pictures on it, does it? I didn't think so. Yeah, no pictures on the curved wall. That makes sense too. Like, I guess hanging it from like a screw that's like really far out, so you can have like a flat edge on it. That would be fine. We could always mount like a television on a curved wall, but we'd have to have a stand that really kicks it out from there. Plus, it's 1995, so the flat screen is. Okay, so just a general recap, the other side of the building being totally symmetrical here, the other side of the building will curve just like that around to this side. So we'll want to make sure that these rooms are the exact same size on this side so that this curve can happen nice and fluidly. Okay, so that being said, we reloaded the save, right? So we're going to have to do another review. And we should have pretty much the same score. Looks like it's a 7.2 here. So we're going to iterate this design. And after that iteration, we finish. Good. Nope. There we go. Good. So we're back at 50%. So we're going to want to spend the next year going through this and then beta. So I think we can probably wrap up alpha in 3 months, maybe 4 months, which gives us a good half a year in beta, which is great. So the next thing to do is, I think I want to do a marketing room. And I think my accounting room is fine. I don't need any expanded accounting department, at least not yet. So on this side, with my $400,000 that I have, I'm going to have my marketing department right here. So I'm going to do, this is a pretty big room, but we're going to need a lot of marketers. So it's going to be right behind the reception room here. And then on this side, we get our hallway again. So this walkway goes probably through here. I'm just wondering if I want to have another coding room right next to this, and I kind of feel like I do. So this hallway would then end up going this direction, down this way. We'll stop it here, I guess, for now. Let's get rid of that, and we get rid of that. That opens it up, and we have our nice hallway through here. We also want this to be... Yikes. Kind of messed that up, didn't I? There we go. Complete. There we go. And drop that. There we go. All right. Let's take this really quick and go hallway. Done. This room here too. Okay, marketers. Let's take a look really quick at what we can do with you. Let's let it run to the next day first. I want to see exactly how much money I'm going to have available. Oh, and then our stock, right? So we're up 1469%. Until today, we're now up 1,700%. It's worth $1,500. It's insane. I'm selling it here, but just wanted to show you how broken that is. So now we know how broken it is. Okay, let's take this, go like that. And so this room being marketing, it's going to be all the way back here. I think the door for marketing, we can probably make this a bigger door. Bigger door just means less desks. I'm gonna do it right here. It's fine. And then let's go with our bookshelf. Can be there, I suppose. We're gonna have our nice hanging lights, and I probably need 2 of them for this size room. So we'll go about like this. Yep, and then I'm trying to rotate it to be in the right spot. That's fine. We'll just move it again, and it'll be about what here. This is the feet. This in the middle of the room. So the feet are here, and then the feet are here. And those are almost lined up with this. I almost feel like I should line them up with that, right? Yeah, I should line them up there. These are on grid anyway. There we are. And then our computers. Now we're not quite to 1990 yet, right? So everything's still really old computers. Yep. And I'm probably going to get yelled at in the comments about placing things one at a time instead of just copying everything. I agree. I'll work on it, okay? I'll work on it. Seriously, though, I will work on it. As soon as I'm done doing it this way for now, you know. Maybe we'll do like a darker red like this. The interior, the light strip at the top being a much more brighter red like that. The big red room. Loving it. The only problem with this setup is that this person here can't see the founder. We're going to add a little bit of acoustics to this. We're going to go maybe like in front of all the computers possibly here, just to help with the noise. And it also adds a little aesthetic to it as well. So we'll just kind of plop this in right behind the computers here. Gotta hold both Shift and Alt to place this in a custom spot and continue. There we go. Oh, and good enough. There. This one's got the clock, which I can move to be maybe over here. That's fine. And then both of you can now have the acoustic foam as well. So just making it different, you know, a different kind of room. I don't think they're going to complain about the noise at the moment. We're going to put this in inventory because they're kind of spread out, but like eventually they will. They're just very spread out for now. Okay, trash bins. We put this right next to this. That should cover all of those. Yeah, and then we will duplicate that and put that right next to this. There we go. I need my fire alarm. I need my sprinklers. I need... what else? I need my plants. All right, something that adds to the environment here. Let's get like a plant right here. Maybe we'll get one of these. Oh, you know what? Different shaped plant would be better. I think maybe we'll go from there and then here, and then we can change the shape of it. Maybe it'll be one of these. I think marketing's gonna have these plants. There we go. And then another great way to add to this environment is with the rugs, right? So where's my rugs? Just keep forgetting where these things are. Get this thing started as well. We're going to have probably just down the center is good. And something like this is fine with some extra attention to the colors and maybe the patterns as well. How about we just the pattern? Maybe something like this is cool, but then we'll get like a more reddish pattern for this. It's a little bit bright, isn't it? Maybe darker tones on that. Yeah, something like that would be better. Then we just duplicate that with the design. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I like that. That's cool. It's not really centered in the room though, is it? We can change that. It's a little better. Yeah. Cool. We have a marketing department, or at least a room for marketing department. Let's make a team for that before the day opens up. Make a team for that. We're going to call this one Marketing 1, right? Because we're going to have multiple marketing teams. And I'm actually going to do one, and then I might do... So I like to have a night team too, for being able to do things at night as well, but I don't think we're quite at that level yet. Like money-wise, I don't think I'm quite there yet. So marketing team is it. And then I'm going to have marketing take their breaks in January. No, because I'm probably going to end up releasing things late in the year most of the time. Okay, we'll do it in April instead. That's pretty safe. I probably won't be releasing a whole lot of stuff around April time anyway. Okay, let's get people into the office now. Have them show up, come to work. We have all this, like, they're not using the sidewalk kind of things. And we can stop that with, I don't like it. I really don't like it, but this is how the game works. So we're going to do it the way the game works, right? I need a fenced in area here, unfortunately. So we're going to bring the fence out this way. Yep. And then it needs to be here, but I need to have it wrap around this whole area. I think we go like this, right? No? Oh, how do I fence this in, guys? There's like no way to do this right now because of how this curves. So what I'm going to try to do is probably not going to work, but we're going to try this instead. So we're going to autocomplete this room. It kind of goes a little bit jank this way, which is interesting. But then I want to be able to pull it, and I can't curve a fence. I think that's the problem, is that you're not allowed to curve the fence. It's still not like complete here, you know? Okay, there we go. This could work. This could work. You just got to be a little bit more persistent with it. Okay, I mean, I don't like it, but I'm kind of onto something. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Crap. Okay, I made it happen. I mean, it's not at all what I wanted, you know, but it's going to be what we have because that's the limitations of the game. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then I need to do a little bit more. Oh my goodness. For real? Okay. I have to go sideways to make this happen. That's horrible. I made it work for now. Looks terrible. I think it's a downgrade. Yeah, I think it's a definite downgrade from compared to what I was about to do. And then you can kind of see how if I click this, all of this is showing up and it's all these weird lines and I think that was a big total waste of money. Buses are piling up. Consider adding parking. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want parking. I really don't. I really don't want it because it looks so bad and it takes up so much space. Like this is 2 parking spaces for that much room. It's just too like, yeah, I could add parking in the back of the building like this and make them walk all the way around. Like I said, I like having a singular point of entrance here, but maybe employees can get into the back here, I guess. Maybe that's a thing, but I really don't want to. So I'm not going to. I would like another development team though, so I can start making some new products. I think I can handle that. Unclear. Let's get this promoted. It's 9:40. I think I really want to make sure this hits beta today. I'm going to go ahead and put contacts on this just to give a little extra art bump there. And then I want to develop this. Let's promote that and finish it so it's out of the way. And this is going to hopefully get us just a little bump in art today. Boom. That's what we want. All right. We promote that to beta. We are now beta testing in the beta phase anyway of Image Shop. Feeling pretty good about that. Let's take contracts off of that. And Core can go back to fixing bugs. So now they're just doing bugs. So I can't do the get people's opinions thing again. And that's fine because if I did that and I iterated that again, I probably wouldn't have enough time to do a beta phase. So now we can spend the next 10 months or so in beta, work out as many bugs as possible and have a super smooth release. I like that better. So marketing room is ready. I think I want another development room to be queued up. I'm not sure this is the right size for it though. I'm just thinking out loud here. This is a pretty good size room. We can fit a lot of people in here and I don't think they're super claustrophobic. I can always make sure I don't have claustrophobic people. So why don't we just go ahead and paste this room again right here. The door though, the door is going to be an issue because the door has got to be on this side of the building. I think I can just move that, right? I think I can just move that. You know what? Here, let's take this room and paste it right here. There we go. So all those things are good. And then I probably want to just rotate everything. I could have rotated, couldn't I? I think I could have rotated. Is that a thing I could have done? Mere good, rotate clockwise. Period does it. Oh. Because I was trying Q and E and stuff, and that doesn't work. And then the R button that normally rotates other things, that didn't work. Just have to read the text on the screen, Charlie. See, that's not too hard. You can do it. You can do it. It's okay. We're going to do this. Let's grab all of these things right here. And we're just going to move it a little bit. Don't move that. Just going to move it a little bit that way. Ooh, can't really do that, can I? Not really. I don't have enough room for things if I do that. You know what? It's not a big deal. We'll just put the door right here where this Hot Tips logo is. We'll just put the door there. Let's take this away. We don't need these windows anymore. We're going to give these guys their own windows here too, but this isn't the external part of the building yet. Honestly, this is probably going to need to be expanded at some point as well. So why don't I just do that now so I don't forget later and mess that up. I'm going to expand that to here. Eventually, this is going to need to be a bigger room. So I will just keep that furniture right where it is. Yeah, we'll keep that right where it is. I may actually end up moving this up with me, like keeping the rooftop AC to keep going up to the rooftop, right? So that might happen. This utility room might just be converted later. We'll see. From here, I think probably a good idea to have the door in this spot. Why don't we take this desk and chair and stuff right here, and we can move this to here. Yeah, and then let's take the plants, move them out of the way. We can take this one, shift that to where it is over here now instead. Probably just put these things in inventory. We don't need them until someone yells. And then we've got a door there into the room. Okay, so a new room here for people to work into. They should work in the room that they're designated for, but this just gives me a second core room. And then I can also have a nighttime team for each one of these places. To be a bit more optimal, we can work through the night. It's a completely separate team that wants to do it. Old computer needs a chair to become accessible. Oh, I didn't copy the chair because the radiator's there. Put the radiator over there. All right, there it is. So that's the same number of desks. It's just a different arrangement. I think that's okay. Yeah, the plants can be moved now, though. We can put the plant right there. I'm not sure where the other one went. I had another one. Let's put need something artwork on the side. I could also open this up and just let people walk through it. I mean, that could be kind of fluid if these two teams start to collaborate. They could just walk through this area. Not sure I like it, but I could have that be a thing. So like if you're in this room, you can walk over to this room without going into the hallway. I'm just worried that people will end up taking this as a shortcut, right? They'll walk through here, and then instead of walking through the hall to this door, they might choose to go this way instead. And so I can probably get rid of that possibility by going here. But I don't know why I would need to do that. Let's just leave it. Separate rooms, separate teams. It's fine. Gonna need more bathrooms as well. So I'm thinking maybe at the end of this hall, we put some bathrooms. It's not really the end of the hall. There's going to be some elevators as well throughout the middle of the building. Eventually, we're going to have some elevators. I want to say probably right here would be a good spot for them. The other place for it could have been over here on this side. So you're coming into the building. You probably want it to have, yeah, elevators over here on reception. So we can plan on elevators being here, actually. I think that's a better fit. Why don't we put the hallway there now? So we can say that there is a hallway. I'm looking at this side of the room. So there could be a room here. Not quite yet. There's a hall here. So this is where that hall goes. That way I can have doors there. And then this hall goes through here. And then we see the elevators on this side. Probably right here is where these elevators would go. Yeah. So for now, we'll just pull that back. Eliminate this. And then finally get the door to be on the side, like so. Oh, right, pictures, gotcha. Move that, put it in the hallway over here. It's cool. There, huh? That's neat. For now. And I have another building through here, another room here. But this is going to arc around, so it doesn't really matter what the building is here as long as the room allows for that arc to happen. And then elevators here as we go up into the building, higher and higher and higher to the center of the building. Probably 3 elevators. There's going to be a lot of people eventually in this building, so yeah. Especially since some of them are silent but deadly. We got to make sure that we accommodate for that. Let's see, we have an IT person that comes at 5 p.m. every day, so he's about to show up and fix the computers, which is good because we probably have some that are at 43% state, 44% state. This is going to be very expensive if I have an on-call IT guy now. It's incredibly expensive now, so I'm not going to do this now. It's a $700 up front and then $500 per repair. Like, we're going to pay like $10,000 for him to come here. Instead, we're going to just have an IT support guy come up once a day just to check things up. So that's what we have now. Maintenance is $400 an hour. I think it's still cheaper to do this on call instead of hiring a maintenance guy. For now, we're going to do that. And then cleaning, I probably actually need a second person at some point. 6 to 10 doesn't look like it's sufficient because we have lots of stuff everywhere here. So why don't we go in and have one more cleaning person? And this time, this person goes 6 to 10. We can have you go, let's say 1 to 5. That's probably good enough. Maybe 12. Leave like a 2-hour gap so they can make a mess in 2 hours. And then you clean it up by 4, and then the person comes in before they come in anyway and cleans it up. I like it. Okay. Good, good, good. 24 bugs already fixed on this thing. I'm going to keep rolling. We have, what, 646,000, and we're going to be dipping into this hard because I don't have this contract done yet. So this is probably going to go down a lot. Yeah, 511. So this is supposed to be getting handled, but he can't handle himself. This is just the leader. So he wants $37 more a month. I can accept that. That's fine. But he's also handling the raises for everyone else too. So HR people do that kind of thing. Do we... I already moved the radiator here. Did we need to do anything else? I've got smoke detectors and this. There's the lights are already in here. There's only one. There's only one light in here. Need a second light. Yeah, need a second light. Actually, you know what this side right here should be? Is a stairwell. I think we got enough space for stairs here, right? If I was to go about like this, which is the same size as that other room, or it's not. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could go a little bit more. Yeah, we could. But I'm not going to at the moment. But if I did this as a staircase, right, we could go... let's see, on this side goes up this way, and then on the other the roof we could go up this way and just spirals up, right, like a proper staircase. I think maybe it would need to be one more out, but we can do that. But the important thing is, like, now I've got my arc is all I care about. So this has to go down one. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's measure it from here though. So, yeah, from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like 8. And then the wall. So I think if we were to measure to the street. So from here, 8 to the street, right? So we're just going to make sure that this happens. Yep, right on the other side of that raccoon. Yep, that's it. And then whatever I'm doing is going to have to be that way from there. Do I just build that now? It's going to look weird just having this stuff built, but having nothing in it. But I think so. I think I just build it now. Kind of a waste, but I just do it. Something like this then. Right? And then from there we go like this. Now, maybe we check on the fencing and stuff. See if there's a way to make this fence work on this side. And if there is, then I can delete this and try to maybe delete this and redo it. But I can do that. And then everything will be exactly the same as the other side. So, okay, I'll just leave it like that. That's fine. We're not going to use these areas yet, but we'll just leave them like this for now. I'm good with that. The door to this room was there, but now we can maybe have the door maybe shifted and moved inwards so that we don't have a door on this side. I think this is security. They need to be able to get out really quickly to where they see things on camera. So this side, I don't think we need that. I might make this a stair. I think stairs are a good idea here, actually. You need to have some kind of, I don't know what you call it, right? You got to have some kind of emergency exit when the elevators go down, right? When people need to use the stairs. And they don't work in case of fires. So we kind of need to do that. Let's expand this out a little bit. We can have this be like a stairwell. If nothing else, I can use these stairs. Do a straight one there. And then on the other side, just go up. And the other side, go up. So I can go back and forth through there. I like it. We have a little bit of extra space to maybe have like plants and other types of things to decorate in this area. We'll make it work, I'm sure. There's one last thing I got to do, and that's go to staff, and I want to hire my receptionist. My receptionist is going to be here, I think, from 10 to 2. And the receptionist will, of course, go in here. The receptionist's job in this game is to take people who are coming to visit me. They're going to try to make deals with me. And based on my reputation, which I've built to 4 stars, I should have a pretty good reputation here to get people to want to come and make deals with me. They're going to come in here, talk to the receptionist, and leave. And if the receptionist already has someone they're talking to, then they'll wait in here. It makes it... This room has to stay in good shape. Because if this room becomes gross, then they'll leave. So we don't want that. And then those deals will appear on this area down here. And these are like persistent, ongoing deals. Sometimes there are lengthy arrangements that can last more than a year for a single deal. And it's not just project-based at this point. It's sometimes, for a company. Like market for us, or we want to host our stuff on your platform, that kind of thing. So we want to start receiving those. Now, that's what the marketing department is going to be mostly focused on initially, is like marketing contracts, so that we can also use that revenue to sustain ourselves. So we're going to be looking at that in a little bit. And I kind of feel like I want to print back here. I might end up shifting that printing facility somewhere else, but I think right back here is an okay spot to build where we're going to print things. I'll watch my spending here. I'm spending a lot of money right now. Let's do something temporary. Okay, we're going to say that we print copies in this little area right here. And in order to do this, I hate it so much. So much. Am I really going to do this? It's going to look horrible. It will definitely look horrible with this intersection. Ugh. Kind of disgusting, isn't it? Sure is. But that's what we got. Yep. So there's some parking right here. And then we can add this little area right here all the way up against the parking lot, I guess. For the time being. Let's add a little bit more here, so we have a little bit extra capacity. Okay, in the back of this area then, in the back of this very silly building right now, I suppose I'm just going to leave this here so they have a window, but we don't need this window anymore. All the way back here is going to be my printing area. So why don't we... I guess we'll put a door to access it from here. We don't really need to access it unless there's maintenance to do. So they're going to go through the maintenance room and then out they go this way. That's fine with me. There's like no ventilation in here, which is kind of a problem too. I just noticed. We probably should put ventilation in this room. Just to not have the air quality be so absolutely horrible. So we'll work on that too. But in this area, let's just make this daytime. There we go. Daytime, and then get rid of the walls, right? We want to set up our printing area. A very expensive setup with $321,000. We're not going to do much. But these conveyors are going to be our initial start for this. So we're going to say that we go... I think pallets. I'll probably put this over here. So we need a couple of things. Garage ports right and left, right? So these are the ports where they'll come out. So if I do this, I think I don't do that. I think I do the other one. Yeah, put the conveyor belt on this side. So if we do this, this is where they're ultimately going to pick up our packages, is through this little back door here. Okay. And this is not a place that people can enter. What I mean by that is like burglars and stuff, they can't walk in here. I don't know why, they just can't. They have to walk through an actual door. But this is a place for deliveries to get. So these 2 parking spaces are going to be reserved for deliveries only. And our delivery vans will come out and be able to grab these. This way we don't have to order copies of our software. We can print them ourselves. Save a lot of money that way. We can also allow us to keep a certain number in stock so that we can control that instead of having big bulk purchases. So in this case, we're also going to want to have some pallets, and we can actually put one right there. That's nice. Yeah. I'm just worried I can't actually reach it. Well, we'll see if people can reach it. I don't think so. We're going to go like this with it, and then this conveyor belt is going to go... I guess we'll leave an opening right there. That will let it happen. And then the conveyor belt can go this way. Trying to think of how I want to design this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the printers have to go on the belt. And we want them to be also able to go on these pallets as extra storage all the way up. So I'm thinking maybe we go like this with it. Is probably sufficient for now. It's a tiny operation, but it will work. And we have small product printers. They're not very good. In the 1990s, they all get better. But for now, just these tiny ones. They're $20,000 a pop. Wow. That's not great. But it's going to save us a little bit of cash. So we're going to have basically something that's like this. Like that. Okay. And then every day, it's $217 per machine. But we're going to be able to print these things out. And yeah, I'm kind of buying them a little early. I admit I'm buying them a little early. If I put them in inventory, I don't think I have the maintenance cost if I put them in inventory. So that's kind of how this is going to play. We've already pre-purchased them, but we don't have the maintenance. That's fine. And then on this side, we're going to have pallets. And what these pallets do is they store the extra copies. So we're going to just kind of do this. We can have a surplus of copies now of whatever we're printing banked up. And then we can also take printing contracts. This one can't be accessed because it's kind of stuck in there. I think it's an extra one. There we go. Yeah, because it has to come off the belt. So there's these little ramps, and we don't need to actually like people to physically access this. That's not necessary. It's just that like they all access them from here. It's like a remote little trigger thing. They come here, they pick it up, and it takes it off of the pallets. So as long as we have these pallets going along the belt, any overflow, like think of it like a splitter, but it's not really a splitter. But if the package is going this way and it stops and it can't go any further, then it deviates to going here. So eventually it's going to fill up. Probably this one will fill up first because it's the furthest down the line. Then this one, then this one, this one, this one, this one, etc. All the way up. If all of these are full, then we're overprinting. Okay. So a little manufacturing area in the back. I don't like it, but we have parking for 2 delivery drivers, and we can now print our own stuff later. So when it comes time for this to go to market, we can print. Cool. All right. So let's see about getting I know the buses are still filling up. I could add parking back here for more people. I just don't want to. I hate it, so I'm not going to. And then maybe once we get a lot of money of our first release, maybe I'll just buy this lot. I forget what it was, like $1 million. Yeah, $1.4 million, almost $1.5 million. So it's a lot, but I mean, there's so many parking spaces there, and then just like boom. Now, if they really want to go to work with a car, they can. They just have to walk all the way in here. But at least it can stop yelling at me about the buses being full. I'm probably better off, though, buying this one. This one is $654. This one's less than half the price of that one, which I suppose space-wise makes some sense, but it's also very far away. But if we buy this one instead, then I can probably build a parking garage right here, which is a much better usage, or it's just because it's closer. I don't really like the parking garage idea, but it's closer. And then maybe I can buy this later and then use this as like my manufacturing area. I don't know. I don't like it. Kind of in danger of going into debt here, so I'm going to take this game asset that we've already developed it up to the line. So I'm just going to promote it and finish it. That'll give me $422,000 additional dollars. And then we can see all these really big contracts here. Now, did we get any offers today? No. But we did have a receptionist today, I think. So maybe it takes a day for them to realize that they can make deals with me. Or maybe they simply need a place to park in order to make deals with me. That might unfortunately be a thing. It's going to make me angry. It's going to make me furious. Okay, so I'm going to maybe say that that's probably what's happening here. They need a place to park. I'm going to put another little one over here on the side. I don't like it. And then we're going to have this one be assigned to guests. And now if they want to make a deal with me, they can park their car here and walk over and get in the building. All right. It's a little bit of a walk, but they can do it. We have some guest parking along the back. Am I going to do this? You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Is it this one or the other one? I forget which one. I mean, vertical is vertical, right? Shoot, I don't remember. Yeah. Screw it. We're just doing that. Fine. Are we good with this? I'm not good with the P being backwards. The P being backwards is a little bit of a problem, but whatever. Makes my lot look smaller, and I guess it's fine. For now, it's fine. All right, I have $140,000 due in taxes after all that money I made. Let me check out my taxes. It's January, and we had an optimization last year of almost $27,000. So that doesn't really pay for the accounting yet, but that's nice. 31% taxes, just kind of a crazy. I spent a lot of money though, right? December, I spent a lot of money. I spent all this stuff. I spent all here, right? Every December, I want to spend as much as I can. And that's what we did. 5 a.m. I can make these things go away if it's, no, let's just do that. It's just like, so we don't see that there's a problem all the time, right? So I can bring that away and that away. And then we just need a door on this one. So we can say, we can go like a double door here. Something like that. Got a glass door. Did the regular door, do a glass door. There we go. Yeah, something like that. That's fine. Let's go hallway, hallway. Cool. And then we bring our walls back so it looks good. See it. Now people can drive to work. Right? Now it looks a little full, a little bit busy back here. That's fine. We got some factory stuff happening over here potentially. Just to print things. I'm going to dink around with this for a second. I want to see if I can make this look good so that I can have freaking park benches out here like I wanted to initially. Give me a second. All right, so the short answer is I can't. There's just not going to be a way to do it unless I leave this alone and have this be the courtyard and have it not be, you know, like the same on both sides. I'm not getting anything like that over here. So maybe we'll make this like a park area in the back. We kind of have it opening up anyway. There's some parking here. We could have this maybe be that. The building can just have its back end opened like this. We can maybe curve this around, have curve here, curve here, curve here. But then instead of having an entrance, we just have a park area here that opens in with a solid gate. No gate in, but we have like a back door that allows people to come in to this area. Maybe that's how I play this. And that way I could, as the building gets higher and higher, we could have glass back here, and then we just have people that hang out in the back. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm not going to have it. I'm a little disappointed, but like I just can't figure out how to do it. I've tried having this first. You saw that earlier. I tried having the triangle here, going like this. And then I'll just show you, I guess, how this works. I tried doing this first. I thought, yes, this will work. And then you go in the same thing and you're just like, okay, now I can make my wall here, right? And now it's like, oh, cool, I can have both of these, right? Here's the issue with this, right? I can do this, but if I take this tool here and I go and put this out, it won't let me do it. The walls have to be at least 1.0 unit apart. And that includes, why is it doing that? That's weird. That's not what I wanted. Thanks for the try though. The walls have to be at least 1 unit apart. And so what happens is basically with the curve being as it is, this point from here to here ends up less than 1 tile, so it won't allow it to happen. I'm not entirely sure, like it's because there's not another wall here, but like it lets this happen. But either way, it doesn't matter. Maybe you guys have an idea on how it could work. Leave it in the comments if you do. Otherwise, I'm just going to do this. Before I do that, though, let me get my paths. And I kind of want to remake this path thing because I really don't like what this looks like. Is it charging me to make these roads, these paths? No, they don't cost anything. So I can remove this path. All this jank here, I want to just get rid of this. So can I? Yeah, we just get rid of all of it, I think. Just get rid of the entire path system for now. So all of that goes away. And then what I'm thinking I want to do is we'll go across here. Just want to get the edge. Yeah, there's a nice clean edge on that side. And then if I do this, I just want to see if this works. Can I have my... well, it doesn't really matter, right? Because this is going to curve out anyway. So none of this actually matters. It has to be curved out first. So let me curve this out. Right here. It's going to be like that. Just like that. And then they should be exactly the same distance apart. So from this point to this point, right, we got 8 there and 8 there, 7 there, 8. Yep, 8 by 7 to the door. Yep. And then on this side, we go 8 there and 7 to the door. Yeah, so they're exactly the same. Maybe one way to do this, like a little janky, but if I take the grid down to like really tiny increments, right? If I do that, then perhaps it will let me go around the outside of this wall, like this. Yes. It looks like it's letting me hug the wall, which is really nice, actually. This might be the solution. This might be the solution. See, now the problem, though, is like I got to get it exactly on this or it will be bad when I move the grid back. So it has to be completely straight all the way down. And then... oh! Wall angle has to be larger than 25 degrees. Because of course it does. You're going to tell me that now. After I've already done this. Okay. Well, the only way to fix that then is just to kind of have this go from here, I guess. Which I'm trying to give it the angle that it wants. But now it's like, no, it must be at least 1 unit apart. So I got to figure out where the heck this is supposed to be. Right there. And then it can go here. Oh my God. That's as close as we're going to get. I don't like this, but that's as close as I can get it, guys. It doesn't get much closer than that. That's as close as I can go, guys. It is what it is. All right, and then we take the gate and we open it up on this side. Like that. Okay. There we go. I've got my entrance. It's not what I wanted, but it's better than what I had. And then we can take maybe my pathway. And then I have to make this part go bigger too. But I'm going to take my pathway here really quick. And just kind of... I don't even know if it'll let me. I can't do anything with this. Well, hang on. Maybe I can... yeah, I guess that. And then over here, same thing. Just kind of... there we go. All right. You know what? We're taking it. It's fine. It's fine. There's one little bit of curiosity here, though. Because I've got this paved, if I do this, it kind of looks okay. If you ignore the grass that's kind of peeking out here, it looks okay. And then maybe with this path here, if I click it, I can't even click that. Okay. So I can't change the look of that. I can change the look of this one. Yeah. So I want to make it look a little closer to the rest, right? So... can I not click this one? This one's small enough to where I can't click it. Yeah, I guess I can't change that one. It's fine. We're going to go grass anyway. We're going grass anyways. So we're going to say this is a slab. No. No, hang on. This is grass. I want grass and then glass. And then can I change the fence? Maybe little bars like this would be okay. That wouldn't be half bad. Like handrails and stuff. This could be okay. We could just do that. I actually like that better. You know? I could live with that. And then we need to make the building grid bigger. So let's bring that back up where it was. Yep, is right here. This is where the grid used to be. And so then we take our build path and we just go like this. Oh, it's better than it was. I just wish there could be grass here, but at least we have the ability now to go like this. Where is it? I have the ability now to go like this. Finally can make places for people to chill outside. Okay. Yep. I want people to be able to chill on these benches. All right. And just like, you know, have a good time out front kind of thing. I don't know if I need this many, but I wanted this. And then I want also some lights. Yep. We're going to put one there. Put one there. There. And there. Right on the edge of where they come in. Right on the edge of where that walkway is.